All right, my friend, buckle up because today we're going to crack open the vault and look at how football clubs are basically money printing factories with shin pads. Forget your grandma's tomato plant on the balcony. Imagine a colossal money tree planted right in the middle of your club's stadium, its roots tangled in your wallet, its branches stretching all over the globe, dropping juicy cash fruits every time someone buys a ticket, watches a match, or impulse orders a 90 pounds third kit at 3 a.m. I know, you're thinking, money tree, that sounds like a weird NFT, but trust me, this is as real as the time your club spent 50 million pounds on a striker who can't trap a ball. So let's start from the ground up, right where this money tree first digs its roots. I call this root the investor root, and let's be real, this is the secret sauce that makes everything else grow. Picture a billionaire hedge fund manager in a pinstripe suit who wakes up one morning, yawns, looks at his 14 yachts parked outside Monaco and decides he's bored, so he buys a football club. Why? Maybe he's an actual fan, maybe it's tax reasons, or maybe he just wants to post photos with the team mascot on Instagram. Either way, his money acts like a giant watering can labeled investor, pouring cash into the roots of this tree. That's how some clubs suddenly sprout shiny training facilities, 100 million euro signings, and luxury stadium renovations faster than you can say financial fair play. If you ever wondered how a mid-table club can blow more money than the GDP of a small country, well, say thank you to the investor route. From there, we climb up to the golden fruit, match day magic. Oh boy, this branch is ripe with cash. Every single home game is a harvest season. You and thousands of other fans line up at the stadium gates like it's Black Friday, except instead of flat-screen TVs, you're there to watch your team either play like world beaters or get embarrassed by a newly promoted club. Imagine this, a line of fans reaching all the way to the car park, everyone clutching tickets that cost about as much as a weekend city break. You've got the $50 ticket fruits dangling, $5 hot dog fruits ready to be picked, and those sneaky $3 bottles of water hanging out like, hey, you know you're going to be thirsty. Inside the stadium, the club is making it rain cash. From parking fees, because apparently a patch of tarmac is worth its weight in gold, to hospitality suites where corporate suits pretend to understand the offside rule while sipping champagne, this branch alone keeps the money tree nice and plump. But wait, there's a much thicker branch looming overhead. This one's so loaded it sags under its own weight. The giant broadcast branch. This is where the real money floods in. You know when you're sitting on your couch, stuffing your face with Doritos while watching the match in 4K Ultra Mega HD? Yeah, that privilege is why TV broadcasters are forking over billions in rights deals. It's like Netflix decided to spend the entire Stranger Things budget just to show you 90 minutes of football every week. Visualize a bunch of satellites orbiting the stadium, beaming golden coins down onto the tree like it's some weird sci-fi farming simulator. The more people watching around the world, some poor bloke in Indonesia staying up until 3 a.m. to see the game, the fatter this branch gets. Premier League clubs, La Liga clubs, even mid-table Bundesliga sides, all get their fair share of this broadcast buffet. This is the reason your club can afford to buy a left-back from Portugal for 40 million pounds, who then proceeds to be permanently injured. Swinging over to the other side, we find the sponsorship vines. These are the vines that wrap themselves around the entire trunk, the branches, and probably your club's soul. Sponsorship deals are everywhere. You can't look at a kit without seeing a logo slapped across it. Airlines, banks, crypto companies you've never heard of but swear are legit. It's like someone took a Formula One car and said, let's cover our kit in just as many ads. And every time you see a giant billboard in the background of a goal celebration, guess what? That's more cash falling like leaves. The club gets paid obscene amounts just to let these brands stick their logos everywhere, including the training ground, the press conference backdrops, and sometimes even the corner flags. Imagine if your life was sponsored, like Arjun is going to the supermarket today, brought to you by Bob's Discount Tires. You'd be rolling in it. But we can't forget the merch and magic beans branch. Because this is where clubs make you part with your money in the most devious ways. Think about it. Every season there's a fresh new kit, which somehow looks exactly like last season's but maybe with a slightly different shade of blue. And what do? We buy it. We justify it by saying it's limited edition or it's got the new sponsor, or this time the collar is round. Clubs know exactly what they're doing. Boxes of shirts growing on branches waiting for you to pick them. It doesn't stop at kits. There are scarves, hats, water bottles, garden gnomes dressed as the club mascot, all waiting to be added to your shopping cart. And you can't escape it because it's literally everywhere. Online stores, stadium megastores, pop-up shops. You might be strong, but you're not. Resist the new away kit strong. Over in the back corner of this money tree orchard, we have the transfer orchard, a conveyor belt moving players in and out like a football-themed IKEA. Every time a club sells a player, especially an academy graduate, that's a big fat fruit dropping into the money basket. Picture a golden conveyor belt carrying players with price tags over their heads. £30 million, £75 million, undisclosed fee, but probably ridiculous. Clubs love to buy low and sell high, flipping talent faster than sneaker resellers on launch day. And even when they overpay for a player, like when your club spends £100 million on a winger who ends up doing TikTok dances more than assists, there's always a chance another club will take them off your hands for a slightly smaller fee. And the cycle continues. Climbing a little higher, you'll spot the prize money blossoms. These are the shiny flowers that turn into cold, hard cash when your club actually wins something. Whether it's the league title, the domestic cup, or the Champions League, winning means bonus money. Lots of it. Picture medals blooming on the branches and then transforming into wads of cash like some football alchemy experiment. That's why you see clubs going absolutely feral in the last few weeks of the season. Suddenly, everyone remembers how to press, how to defend, how to actually pass forward. Because the difference between finishing third and first isn't just a nice trophy photo. It's enough money to fund next season's squad rebuild and maybe buy a backup goalkeeper who will only play twice. But hold on, we're not done yet. The next branch is the global tour branch, where clubs pack their bags, slap on the sunscreen, and go globetrotting for preseason friendlies. You've seen it, your team posting Instagram photos of players grinning in Los Angeles or Singapore, pretending to look thrilled as they play in 100-degree heat against a team you've never heard of. But behind all that PR fluff is serious money. Overseas fans are eager to see their heroes up close, stadiums fill up, shirts fly off the shelves, and local sponsors pile in with fresh deals. Imagine airplanes flying fruit all over the world, except the fruit is your favorite players, and the return baggage is stuffed with crisp dollar bills. And if you thought the money tree was done, nope, because the final flourish is stadium rentals. Clubs aren't going to let their giant stadiums sit empty during the off-season. Nope, they rent them out for concerts, conferences, even esports tournaments. You might be used to seeing your left back tripping over his laces on that pitch, but 1 week later, it's Taylor Swift strutting around in front of 60,000 screaming fans. And every time a stadium gets rented out, it's more fruit, guitars, microphones, confetti cannons, hanging from the branches and turning into pure profit. So yeah, when you zoom out and look at this whole money tree, it's absolutely enormous. From the investor route sucking up billionaire funding to the golden fruit of matchday revenue, the giant broadcast branch showering clubs with TV gold, sponsorship vines hugging every surface, merch and magic beans tempting you to buy yet another scarf, the transfer orchard flipping players like Pokemon cards, the prize money blossoms blooming every May, the global tour branch spreading brand awareness, the digital sap dripping in from every device, all the way to stadium rentals making cash while you sleep. This tree is unstoppable.